Hello and good morning. Hope everyone is great today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. We are on our day 2 of our series where we are looking at what it is to be a whole and integrated being. So if you are watching the replay, we usually dive in about the 4 or 5 minute mark. For those of you who don't know me, I am Jennifer Main. I'm a transformational guide. I am an initiator, and I help people step up and step into their highest potential to live their purpose and to really embrace who they are on the deepest levels. Morning, Caroline. This series this week it's 4 days. We're on day 2. We are looking at what it is to be a whole and integrated and complete being. Because I know that for many of us, we spend a lot of time feeling broken or like things are missing from our lives or scattered or out of time, out of order. And really, this is what stops us from recognizing that, that we are whole, strong, powerful, empowered beings, that we get to choose what we create in our lives. So the series this week is really to bring us back to that awareness and back to that understanding, and help to heal anything that does not align with that does not fit in with that flow. So as we go through the meditation this morning, I will be doing some healing as we go through. I'll be tuning into the group. So I would encourage you to set some intentions for whatever it is that you are ready to release, whatever you are finished and complete with. Whatever patterns, habits, ways of thinking, ways of feeling in your life that no longer serve you, that you just had enough of, and you're ready for something new. Set the intention that you surrender all of that today. So we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between surrender and letting go. We're definitely going to be talking about some courage as well. So let's say good morning, Tracy and Allison and Lorraine. Thank y'all for being here. At any point, if you've got any questions over the next kind of 10-15 minutes or so as we're getting ready, please feel free to ask away. I'd be really happy to hear from you. If you've got anything that's coming up specific that would be good to focus on, then that would be great. So the way that we run these is we spend a couple minutes just taking some breath in and allowing the breath to invigorate us, help us feel alive and focused. Morning, Mags. Helping us to feel centered and present for the meditation. Breath is powerful. So even though we only do a couple minutes, I know it makes a big difference for us. And then I'll take a couple minutes to delve a little bit more into the issues around heart and emotion that we're going to be meditating on today. So I would love to hear if there's been anything that's been coming up for you, anything that feels important. See what comes up for you. Morning, Allison and Shuna. Glorious morning. It really is. The sunrise this morning was pretty amazing. Some great colors. So, I was up for it today. Morning, Julie. So what we'll do is we will take a couple minutes and just do some breathing. So for the meditation for this morning, if you can make sure that you've had a bit of water, drink a bit of water now if you haven't, and make sure that you are warm enough and that you've got a blanket or a scarf or something that's going to support your body. I know if we can take care of our physical bodies, while we're meditating, it allows us to just drop that much deeper into the wisdom and the goodness that is on offer for us. So, really allow yourself to be comfortable and to feel good. Allison, I like that. Setting intention to surrender and release fear. Love it. Morning, Katrina. Kristen, you found us. Good. Stroke of luck. Some good luck. Welcome. Morning, Sarah. Right. So let's dive into some breathing. So if you want to take just a minute, close your eyes and just bring yourself into the center of your body, into your heart. And just as you breathe, breathe at your own pace, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And every time you breathe in, you can imagine that you're breathing in love or peace, healing. Breathe in life force and vitality. And as you breathe out, you can breathe out any tension, any stress, any fear, and any part of you that's trying to control. Again, today is about surrender. So we're letting go of control. Nice, deep, full body breaths. And imagine that your chakras are opening, and that as the breath is moving in and out of your lungs and your body, that you're breathing in and out of your chakras as well. So there's movement and there's flow, front of your body and at the back. If you feel like your mind is racing, you've got thoughts spinning around, swirling around, repetitive, recycling through your mind, just imagine those resolving, changing. You can release them with the breath too. So even as the breath moves through your body, your mind becomes more still. Your heart rate slows. Your muscles relax. You can hear and feel the stillness within you. Deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. The in-breath refreshes and revitalizes. The out-breath releases. Keep breathing all through your body, physically, energetically, and emotionally. So feel those releases on all levels. Just take a moment and breathe into your emotional body. Start to allow yourself to connect with the emotions there. Start to feel that freshness moving in, and any stagnation, anything that feels stuck, starting to move out. Allow the breath to start to do the work. And just notice where it's flowing and where it's not. Wherever it's not is where we're going to put our focus today. So take in one or two more nice deep breaths. When you're ready, you can either open your eyes, or if you want to stay in this state of breath and flow, you can do that. I'll spend a little bit of time talking through what we're going to do today. So good morning, Lorna and Yenny and Nasira. Nice to connect. Thank you for being here. So today, I can already feel the difference. I'm feeling good. Today we are going to focus on what I've called this heart day, but it's really the emotions. And, we know the power of our brain, we know the power of our body, but we know that when we are in a heart-centered place of feeling and being, that is more powerful than anything else. So being able to connect in with the heart, being able to connect in with our emotions and open up communication and understanding is some of the most powerful work that you can do. So the stuff I'm going to talk through today, some of it may sound simple. Some of you may have heard me talk about a little bit of this before, but we're really going to have some time to delve in and work with it on a practical and a energetic level. Um, so when I talk about heart and emotions, so some of this is going to be helping you connect in and develop some more emotional intelligence. Some of y'all might be pretty good at that, or at least with some emotions. Then you may find that others you struggle with a bit. So today's the day to deal with the ones you struggle with. So we are going to engage some courage. Courage means you face your fears. And, we're in a time right now where courage is a good thing for all of us. So I'm going to invite you to face your fears today, face the emotions and the feelings that you've been most afraid of, the ones that you most resist. And we're going to change your relationship with them. Because the reality is that the emotions we're most afraid of, the ones we really hate to feel, if we are resisting them, then we are fighting them, which means we are fighting ourselves, we're fighting our human experience, and we're fighting some of the best messengers that we've got. We're fighting some of the best information and wisdom that we've got within us. So if you think of feelings and emotions as your kind of gauge or your compass, or, the information about what's working for you and what is not working for you. So if in your daily life, for the most part, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling healthy, if you're feeling aligned, if there's happy and there's joy, then you're pretty much on the right path. I'm not saying life is perfect all the time, because, we're human beings and stuff comes up. But if that is not part of your normal daily existence, then the negative emotions that you're struggling with, that you're not enjoying feeling, that you're fighting against, are really trying to let you know that something is off. So in terms of the negative emotions, instead of fighting them, it's about opening up some communication. It's about allowing yourself to listen and allowing them to be heard. And I know I've talked about this before. My big one for me was I always hated feeling anger. I was so afraid of feeling anger. I was afraid I was going to say or do something mean or horrible, that it was going to motivate me to be a bad person. So I spent a lot of time trying not to be angry and trying to push it away, bury it down, stick it somewhere else. We have a lot of old emotions that are hanging out in our organs because we are keeping it there and not really listening and not really engaging. But what I found is that when I finally spoke to my anger, when I finally took that time to listen, it had some really good information for me, some really clear guidance on changes I can make in my life. So we are going to get specific about what we ask these emotions. So whether it's sadness or frustration, whether it's deep sorrow or it's old suffering or pain or trauma that's there, we're going to be asking some clear questions, because that will help focus the answers. If you tell anger, or you ask anger what to do, it'll tell you to burn down the building or cut everybody out of your life, or something dramatic and destructive. But if you ask anger what positive messages it has for you, if you ask sadness what positive guidance it has for you, if you ask, this frustration, what positive action you can take or what positive changes you can make, they're going to give you some amazing clarity. And I know that when I spoke to my anger, it was telling me to set some boundaries. It was telling me to have some conversations. It was saying that there were some dynamics in my relationships that would be good to change. And when I actually listened to that and took those steps, things in my life shifted, shockingly. So, even if this feels uncomfortable for you today, we're going to change this notion that dealing with uncomfortable emotions or feelings has to be painful. Because the reality is that so much of the stuff we're carrying, it's old stuff from the past that we just haven't processed, that we haven't dealt with. And the reality is that it cannot hurt you again. If it's hurting you now, it's just because you haven't dealt with it. So it can't get any worse unless you just continue to ignore it and let it build and build and build, because it's really trying hard to tell you that there's something going on. So we're going to give these emotions a voice today. And what that will do is it will help you not only to understand more easily the negative things that you've been feeling, but it will help you reconnect with the positive emotions that you've wanted to feel, but that you've also pushed away because you've been pushing away all emotions. If you resist one of them, you're resisting all of them on some level. So this is going to be an opportunity for you to feel again, but to know that you can be empowered in that, and it's not something that's going to overwhelm you or control you. Because what happens is that when we feel, if there's a lot of pain that we're carrying that we've chosen to hold on to for some reason, it makes us want to be out of our bodies. It makes us want to dull down, to disconnect, to dissociate, and not feel. But actually, when we deal with that stuff, when we heal it, we feel much happier in ourselves as humans, as emotional beings, receiving the guidance that we are meant to receive from that. So hopefully that makes sense. So we're going to get you back into your bodies, back into feeling, and into feeling the good stuff that's there that you maybe haven't felt for a long time. Because you've been working hard to run away from your feelings. Yes, so let's have a look through here. Oh, Kristen, you're back again. Good. Fear is definitely anything like this, feeling insecure, having to find something, fear of not having the knowledge I need. Yeah, so here's the thing. You are an infinite, wise, incredible being. And every answer you want to have is within you. Sometimes we're afraid of the answers. Sometimes we're afraid of what changes it will create in our lives. And so we choose to ignore it or push it away because we don't want to make the changes because we think it's going to be hard or scary or cause disruption. But you know, we're already being disrupted right now, so might as well carry on with it, right? Cool to see where you're going to speak to your anger. That's great. Anger is naughty. Mine has a little bit of a sense of humor, so sometimes it's funny too, but yeah, and boundaries are a big one. Yes, so the invitation today is going to be to engage your courage, and to face this old stuff. And really quickly, I just wanted to touch on the difference. This came through in a meditation earlier this week around surrender and letting go. And surrender is definitely something I've been talking about in the last year or so. I'd say I've been working a lot with surrender and done a few Facebook Lives on it and things. But surrender is, so for me, letting go, yeah, please let go. If there's stuff that you want to let go of, whether it's habits or patterns or issues around that, then set that intention to let that stuff go. For me, letting go is that active action and effort. I see surrender as beyond letting go. I'll see if I can put it into words. A surrender is it's that step beyond letting go into where you just sink into truth and authenticity and into faith and into trust. So I think you need those things to a degree to let go, but if you can allow yourself to just take that next step into surrender, and really allow yourself to become acquainted and familiar with surrender, it's going to change a lot in your life. And it definitely does take courage to surrender. So yes, if you can just allow yourself to play with that possibility of surrender, even if you don't totally know what it looks like or feels like for you, we will bring that energy in today as well. Yes, great. So it looks like it's about time for us to get started. So yes, so we'll spend the next kind of 35, 40 minutes in meditation. So again, have a bit of water before we get started. If you're not totally hydrated, get yourself comfortable, wrap up in a blanket or a scarf, or and get a comfy seat. I would say, if you can, sitting down is often better than lying down. Because if you fall asleep, then you're consciously missing some things that would be good for you to consciously hear. I find that a conscious subconscious connection facilitates much deeper healing for a lot of reasons. So make sure you're going to stay awake through this. Yes. So we are also going to be connecting with the nervous system and the endocrine system today. So your endocrine system's your hormones and your emotions, the physical components within the body. Your nervous system is your senses, how you connect with the world and how you perceive the world. So we're going to do some healing around that as well. Yes. Right. So if you're taking a couple nice deep breaths, sit back and relax and allow yourself to just become very present within your body. If you're feeling a bit scattered, if you're feeling in a few different places, if you feel your mind pulling you away, just imagine that all your energy is coming back and that it's nice and centered and present within your body, within your heart. Just breathe into that for a moment. Feel your muscles starting to relax. Feel your breathing slow down, your heart rate slow down. Any of that fight or flight within you, just feel that starting to calm and change. With everything going on in the world, it's easy to feel on edge. It's easy to feel stressed or worried about the future. Our bodies increase cortisol, adrenaline, these stress hormones. So let's just do a healing for your body right now. Letting those hormones shift within you, letting all that change. Maybe that stress and worry elevates, put your nervous system on edge, where you're looking for danger, looking for what to fear. Let's just bring some love into your nervous system, allowing it to calm down. Feel more at ease. And just feel your body relaxing more and more and more. Take a moment just to scan through your physical body. And to start with, just allow yourself to notice any areas of tension. Any areas of physical stress. Anywhere that feels tight or heavy. Whatever system it's in, whatever organ it's in. Just ask your body what it needs in order to feel more at ease or more at peace. What does it need to surrender that pain, that discomfort? Just allow yourself to start this dialogue with your body, allowing your body to speak to you. You may be able to see the answers, what your body is showing you. You may hear the answers. You may feel what it is that you need or want. It might just be a clear knowing. So take a moment and just allow yourself to start to understand the language of your body, all the ways it shares with you. And breathe into it as you start to understand that language. It may feel subtle to begin with, but you're going to allow that understanding to deepen. So allow yourself to recognize the ways that your body speaks with you, shares with you, communicates with you. So take a moment and connect with your endocrine system. These are the glands that connect with your hormones, that create them, the chemical messengers within your body. Your thyroid, pancreas, thymus, pituitary, within your brain, reproductive organs, your liver. All these play a part and more. Your adrenals and all the hormones flowing through your body. So even if you don't know what these organs do or how they work, just take a moment and breathe some light and some life into this system. So if you've been stressed, these organs are probably feeling pretty on edge, pretty exhausted, overworked. And when this system is off, it throws all your emotions off. Everything becomes bigger, becomes harder, becomes overwhelming. So notice where you feel that within your body. And I want you to ask this system about the fears and the emotions that are creating this disorder and the disruption. So there might be a variety, there might be a mixture, there often is. But first of all, just allow yourself to connect with one. And I would encourage you to connect with the one emotion or feeling that you avoid the most, the one that you really don't want to feel. So if that's sadness, go to sadness. If it's anger, go to anger. Whatever it is that you really do not want to feel, I want you to take a breath, bring in some courage, and connect with it. It cannot hurt you. It's trying to help you. So take a moment and notice what that feeling, what that emotion looks like, what it sounds like for you. It may have a specific shape or a color, a specific tone or a sound. Allow yourself to connect with it. Breathe into it. Whatever that feeling is that you've been trying to avoid, I want you to say hello to it and ask it what positive messages it has been trying to give you all this time. Take a moment to listen, to feel, to see. Ask it what positive action you can take in your life right now, even if it's small, subtle steps. Let it show you the positive action. And ask it what positive guidance, what positive encouragement does it have to share with you at this time. Allow yourself to receive it. If you feel yourself resisting, I want you to slip into surrender. Let it say or show you whatever it has, because there's wisdom in it. Surrender to that wisdom. So again, it cannot hurt you. It cannot overwhelm you. Allow yourself to listen and receive. If you really listened to that positive information, you really accepted it, start to imagine what could change for you. What would change in your relationships? What positive change could come about? What could change and evolve in your communication? How could it improve? What could evolve in your own health? If you really listen to that advice and guidance. What is that emotion or that feeling trying to teach you about in terms of respect? Hear it and see it now. What is that feeling or emotion trying to tell you about honor? Feel it now. What is that feeling or emotion trying to teach you about authenticity and honesty? Receive that guidance now. So go deeper into that emotion. Surrender to it. What's it trying to teach you about alignment? Receive that guidance and clarity now. What's that feeling or emotion, even though you've been scared of it and have been hiding from it for so long? What's it trying to teach you about peace? Receive all that guidance about peace. Feel it now. And notice that as you go deeper into that emotion, the more you listen, the more you connect, the lighter it feels, the less it shouts, the more subtle it is, the easier it is for you to communicate with. Feel your body relaxing into that. Take a nice deep breath. And allow yourself to feel into any resentment or hatred, any of that really hard, corrosive feeling within you. Whether it's towards yourself, towards other people, towards the world in general. Take a moment and sink into that discomfort. It's not going to hurt you. Allow yourself to really be in it. So for most of us, hatred, resentment, prejudice is what we carry to try to protect ourselves, to create walls, to keep others away. But instead of using those emotions to separate you, I want you to ask them what positive steps you can take to expand your life instead of limit it. And instead of building barriers, I want you to ask it for guidance on how to set healthy boundaries instead. And let it show you. Go deep within that hatred, that resentment, that judgment. And I want you to ask it what it's been trying to teach you about love, about acceptance, about connection. Feel that hatred resolving. Feel that prejudice changing. Feel that resentment loosening and lightening. Feel your body respond. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to connect with all the doubt within your body, the mistrust, the lack of faith, the lack of hope. Really go deeply into that mistrust and that doubt. Surrender and go in, feel it and listen. And ask it what positive messages it has for you. What positive messages has it been trying to teach you or give you about truth? How has it been trying to help you with trust? What have you been trying to learn about independence, self-reliance, autonomy, and sovereignty? So whatever those positive messages are, that positive action, allow yourself to bring that in now, that awareness, that understanding, so that that mistrust, that doubt can quiet down, can heal, can resolve. Your amazing nervous system that's been looking to the outer world, it's been looking for truth, it's been looking for connection, it's looking for honesty, it's searching for love. Let's show you how to see those. Remember how to see them, what they look like in other people, what love looks like in nature, what peace looks like in friendship. Let's remind your nervous system what healthy connection feels like through your body, through your world, what it feels like to be connected with love, to connect with truth. Do you remember what trust feels like? How to feel it in another? So you can feel and trust that connection with the earth, with the elements, within your own body. Do you remember what fun and play feels like in your world? What joy feels like around you? What happiness feels like with others and within yourself? And let's remind your nervous system of what it feels like to hear truth, to hear the joy in the world, to hear the healing that's taking place right now, to hear laughter and song, music, to hear support from another person, to hear guidance that's based in truth and love. And any parts of us that have been tapping into fear, mistrust, and untruths, allow that to be healed within you, within your body, within your nervous system. Breathe deep into that possibility and potential for connection and communication that is honest, that is authentic, that is true. Whatever pain or trauma or suffering you've been holding from the times that that has not happened in the past, I want you to surrender all of that now. Be liberated from it. Free yourself. Take a moment. Just allow yourself to connect with any other feeling or emotion within you. It feels important for you to address right now, to create a relationship with that you've been avoiding. Whatever that discomfort or fear is for you, say hello and ask it what positive messages, what positive guidance it has for you now. And just notice that as you feel and as you listen, the overwhelm calms. The noise and discord is quieter. The confusion resolves. And you feel more at home, integrated within your body. So even if before it felt like there was conflict, noise, and overwhelm, it felt like there was pain and suffering, if there's any of that left, breathe into it and welcome in the peace that you really want to have. Welcome in the love that you really desire. Welcome in the joy so that you can play and have fun and be happy. And all the positive feelings that you feel like you've been missing out on, that have felt absent. Welcome them in now. Allow yourself to connect. Allow yourself to really feel. So whatever you've wanted to feel, allow yourself to welcome that now. Allow it to grow and amplify within you. It's a sense of freedom, a sense of fun, adventure. Feel that growing now. Feel it stronger. It's courage, bravery. Feel that amplify. If it's calm, stillness, silence. Feel it getting stronger. It's exhilaration. Unbridled, unbound freedom, joy. Feel it now. Allow the liberation, the expansion, that unfolding within you. The honor, respect, confidence, Feel it all now. Anything else that you desire to feel or that you desire to feel more strongly, feel it amplify, feel it grow. Embrace it and embody it now. And as you're feeling it emotionally and energetically, allow yourself to feel it in your physical body too. Feel your hormones respond. Feel your nervous system respond. Feel all that goodness within your physical body. Breathe it deeply into all of your cells, to all that you are and all that you create. Take a couple nice deep breaths. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. So if you had any insight or experiences or feeling that happened for you that you would like to share, please do. We would love to hear from you. That was deep. That was really good. So in terms of today, what I would encourage you to do is to really allow yourself to, it feels like you still need some more time with some of those feelings or emotions, then spend some time with it. And do it in a way where you feel supported and where you feel good. So if that means going out into nature, sitting with a tree, if that means putting on some music that you love, if that means sitting and you can process through this with someone in your family or a friend, really allow yourself to go in and connect with some of these old feelings and emotions. Because the reality is there's some deep wisdom and divinity within them, even though it doesn't always feel that way. So if it feels good to kind of continue with this, then do that. Some people like to journal. That's a way to help them kind of get clarity on what they're feeling at any time, to put words to it. Or if you just want to talk to a crystal or the wall or something like that, just to help you get some clarity, then any of those things are good. And again, if we talked yesterday about movement and flow, again, anything you can do physically that's going to help you to get some energy moving, take a walk or two, have a stretch, run in place in your house, whatever, whatever works for you. I would encourage you to really do that and just allow some of this to start to move. Anytime you work with your emotions, obviously healing can happen on any level in any part of your body at any place, but it can have a profound impact on your hormones. So if you have had hormonal issues in the past, then clearing up your emotions that's going to do it. That's going to help you more than anything, I find. So yeah, anything that's going to help you connect in with joy and fun and freedom or whatever it is that you're wanting to feel, allow yourself to do that, but take the time to let go of the old stuff too. Awesomeness here, Katrina. To all that you are and to all that you create. Yes, yeah, because we are creators. So all that we create is extensions of who we are. So allow yourself to create some epic stuff. Thank you too, Gaynor. Allison, feeling amazing. Good. Felt some awakening in my third eye. Great. Yeah, because the stuff, especially with the nervous system and the brain, that's definitely third eye stuff. It's our senses, our physical and our intuitive senses as well. So that doesn't surprise me at all. That's very cool. Thank you too, Jan. Oh, Yenny's going to start with some art, journal writing, painting. Good. Special art, even better. And thank you too, Nasir. I hope you enjoy your day as well. Um, yeah, if there's any last questions or comments, please continue with them. Tomorrow, oh, thank you, Lorna. And oh, let's see. So Kirsten had a feeling of having been tightened up and trying to find escape, folding up like a ball. Yeah, that's that protective stuff that we can really easily get into for sure. So there's a lot to shake off. Oh yeah, that Florence and the Machine song, that "Shake It Off," is one of my favorites. That's a good one just to crank up and dance to. So later found it hard to stick with it. Lots coming up. Yeah, that's okay. So if you found that you kind of came and went with it, that's okay. I would say come back to it again when it feels good for you. And good stuff with your alignment coming out. Awesome. That's exciting. Thank you too, Sarah. So tomorrow we are connecting with heaven and the divine. So it's really, for me, we are these divine eternal beings having a human experience. So it's really about how can we recognize that divinity and bring it into our daily lives. So we're definitely going to do some stuff to connect with soul and um, whatever you call God, creator, source, angels, whatever terminology you use for any of that. And really being able to connect with that and feel it within us and bringing it into the daily, every day. Yeah, Shuna, surrendering to trying to control everything. Yeah. When we feel unsafe, that's what we try to do. The divine let me know I don't need to control everything. Yeah, absolutely. Because the reality is that control is an illusion. We don't control anything. Whatever you more tightly try to control, it's that thing of it just slips through your fingers. So we can create, we can influence, we can impact, we can design. These are the creative things we do instead of this holding down, tightening, trying to control. So yes, surrender is a great one. Thank you, Lisa. Oh yeah, Tracy's saying flow. It's good stuff. Thank you, Julie. I'm glad that was deep. That's awesome. Yeah, Kirsten. Yeah, tonight. Yeah, listen again, definitely. Because you'll miss some things the first time and the second time or third time you hear it, you pick up on it again. So yeah, I find anytime I listen to things, you get new things each time you do it. So that's awesome. Yeah, thank you too. So thank you all so much for joining today. Yeah, feeling really good. So thank you for being a part and allowing me to witness. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and that you get some sunshine where you are. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.